So the thing about VR that I think a lot of people may not be processing is that it is the only digital medium that gives you the sense of presence. Okay? If you ever tried VR, that's sort of the most remarkable aspect about it is presence. And then what also I can't believe people aren't doing yet is utilizing VR for the experience of theater. Because what makes theater unique as a form of fiction is that you get the sense of presence. That's why it's so engaging. That's why you really get absorbed by these performances in theater. It's unique. It's not like film. But the problem with theater and Broadway is that, it costs so much money to go. And usually you gotta be a rich person to go. Or you gotta hustle your way in with abs and little weird, standby tickets and all that shit. But because of VR, we could easily democratize theater so that instead of, paying $100 for a ticket, you can set up the VR camera and that acts as the person in the audience, right? And you do this live performance and you do it live and everyone can pay $1 and then you get 1 million people to watch a theatrical performance with the sense of presence for $1 and you can rent that out for 50 cents. And then that way the theater and the actors and all that, they all make a lot of money. At the same time, people with very little money can now access the beauty and art form of theater and understand what that's about. And this is how you can kind of democratize theater. And honestly, I know they did some experiments at Yale, I believe, with doing Shakespeare in VR, but I don't get why this has not taken off yet. They talk about using VR for sports, but that's too hard because when you move the camera too much, it makes you sick. It makes me sick. I get motion sickness. But theater is smaller. It's easier to contain. It's easier to have one focal point, and then you get the presence, which you couldn't get otherwise, because film theater sucks. But yeah, let's do that. Theater people, break out of that theater box. Use VR, democratize the work. Stop making it just stuff for elites and rich people. Let's make theater for the people. And I think VR is the way.